I was about 11, me and my mate, we stole a bag from the leisure centre, got a tenner, and ended up getting a bit of puff. And then from then, puff was my thing. Right through until, say, 14, then it was speed and pills, but I kept away from the crack, the heroin and that, well into my 30s, early 30s. It was like something we look down on, Come out of jail and there'd be another man dead or another one of your pals on the gear, and we all look down on them, until you're there, you don't know, you know what I mean? And then obviously, I had lockdown on, I got out of prison, they put me in a shared house in Chatham, and I was drinking myself to death, drinking every day, trying beer, and in the end I got the guy in my yard, I said, go and get me a bit of that gear, and the idea was to overdose. But being the gear, he'd probably give me a wash or whatever, but that was enough. All my problems just disappeared, and next day, I'm not wondering who I pissed off or what I said or done because I was drunk. And I thought, oh, this is great. And then within a couple of months, the gear's not doing nothing, so now you're putting crack with it. And then I got hit by the lorry, couldn't work or couldn't do the scrapping, so now I've got a shoplift. And then from then it was just 10 years of shit.
What violence comes with that?
Lots of violence off other users. Yeah, because they want to rob you, or they think, and then obviously you get to that point where you start robbing drug dealers, and that's when it gets dangerous. I mean, you could get away with it there and then. I was saying to you, when I babe, just now, just because I've changed my life, I've still got to be on my toes. I mean, look what happened to Tony Eastwood.
Yeah, I know.
Joe, he robbed a dealer. Yeah, he robbed a dealer.
What happened there, Tony Eastwood?
Yeah, he robbed the dealer back in the day, and then he's gone back. And they've recognised him. And that's that.
They cut his throat, didn't they?
They stabbed him, bent the knife in his head and stabbed him right. I was only a 17-year-old kid. Do you know? And then look at Peter Bill. Jay Bow. The list goes on and on and on. Do you know, I was arrested, Wesley Adeyinka. Yeah? They come through my door first. Yeah, they come through my door first, kidnapped me, dragged me around Wes, only because the security guard got away. And then they killed Wes. Next thing you know, I'm getting nicked for conspiracy to commit murder. Yeah? These boys have turned up now, and I tell you what, anyone who's thinking of going and stabbing someone for nothing, 27-year wreck, the man's 40-year-old, he's not going to see road until he's 70.
Well, is that the one who stabbed Wesley?
Mm-hmm.
So that was someone, a friend of ours who done a lot of jail with us, but he's from Maidstone, and he got, how many years ago? He got killed about...
This was
3, 4... How long?
Yeah, about 2019. 2019 it was, end of 2019. So teenagers... they're just gang. They don't realise consequences. They come and stab you up and won't think about it. They don't know about the big birds that come with it. They just think it's big.
Yeah.
Do you know? So it's but at the time, if you've got a habit, do you know what I mean? You're thinking, what? Yeah.
Let them in the yard,
yeah.
up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, and then it comes along, people talk to you, then you set them up to be robbed. Do you know what I mean? Or you go and rob dealers, as you know, John. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's saying that gets done. Yeah. Do you know, when you're sitting there and you're ill, do you know what I mean? You can go and rob a shop, or you can just call the dealer up and jump on him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Cool. So
and that was the biggest wake-up call of my life.
And let's talk about it. So what's gone? So explain what's gone wrong here. What's happened? You've clearly lost your leg, right?
Banging up in the groin. I've obviously had an abscess, where I've had a miss, and 100 times before, like I had before, just let it go, do you know what I mean? But it stopped hurting, so I stopped worrying about it. Then after 2 weeks, I woke up one day, I was in Margate, I looked down and there was something poking out the hole that I bang up in, I thought, right, I'm going to doctors today. We took the kids down the park, I sat down on the bench, as I sat, I had a pop, and that's it, I'm bleeding out there and then, so I've laid up, my pal Jack was with me, he was holding the pressure on it. The ambulance, they turned up, if they hadn't turned up when they did, do you know what I mean? Because I remember, last thing I remember, they was trying to cut my man bag off. I said, no, it unclipped. And then that was it, it was out. And then I woke up on the operating table, shaking, and they were telling me the bill still. And it was scary because our friend Daz, same thing happened. He couldn't sleep still, they couldn't get a needle in him to give him a transfer, and he died. So, scared. Then I went out, and then I come round after 5 weeks in a coma, and I thought I'd had a stroke or something. I couldn't talk, I couldn't, because I've been out so long, and it was so scary. And then my mum and dad and my granddad were there straight away. Right, and I just felt so bad putting them through it and all that. And do you know what? I said, fuck this. I told them, no, I don't want no more fentanyl. Stopped all the fentanyl they were giving me, got an epidural. I couldn't move my leg, and I knew I was losing it. And they told me it could be below the knee or above the knee, but the surgeon came and said, listen, it's never going to be below the knee. You're losing it. Do you know? And like, that's it. I dropped 10 mil on my text. I was in 16 mil of text. Bang, I dropped 10 mil out straight away. Like, do you know what I mean? Since then, like, it was such a wake-up call. Like, it was scary. It's the scariest thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
Did they put you to sleep when they cut it off? Obviously.
No. No, they said that to me, yeah. They said, no, you're not going to be asleep with it. I said, well, I don't want to be awake while you cut my leg off. But he's like, no, you'll be all right. And what they give me, the only thing I could relate it to was like ketamine. It was like I was in Starsky and Hutch, and I was like, this is weird. It was just so weird.
Wow.
And then obviously I come round actually looking at a picture of a pirate with one leg. Yeah.
So how did you feel then? So obviously, this is what drugs can do to people. Yeah, right. You can lose limbs. We know people who's had a heart attack, who's OD'd and died. I probably can count 20, 30 people who've died on the drugs. Like who I used to have it with, who I used to do drugs with. Yeah. So like drugs can cause pain, destruction in a human being's life, but. So drugs done that to you. So how was it for you on a personal level, coming away from that and having to deal with losing a leg?
Do you know what? And it's God's honest truth, I ain't never cried about it, have I? Do you know what? When I come round and realised that I hadn't had a stroke and I wasn't going to be all divvy and that, and they said you're losing your leg, I was like, bang, all right, it's dealt with. That's tomorrow's problem. Yeah, like straight up. It was like that. I knew I was losing a leg. Look at me. Yeah, I'm 42-year-old with a bust arm on one leg, yeah, and it took me that to you know what I mean, to sort it out. You smoke puff, you smoke weed with your pals and that, yeah, that's all big and good, yeah, you think it don't lead to nothing, but soon that ain't enough, yeah. You start mucking about with other things, ketamine, this and that, and it's quite easy. I used to beat gear heads up, yeah, and there was one. It can happen. You just got to be so careful. Watch who you with. Watch the people. Don't be a sheep. Don't do what your mates do. Do you know what I mean? Be yourself. You just can't fuck about with drugs and think you're going to come out at the end of it all right. Because you never do. You never do. So listen, my advice to you is don't let drink get involved or tablets, anything like that. It's going to lead you down the wrong path. And believe me, you'll end up like me. Like fucking, and if I hadn't changed my ways, like I'll probably be dead now. Do you know what I mean? A lot of my pals and that are either dead or in jail. Well, you're not 40s in our 50s.